So the Houston Rockets, it's been a while since my last video. I mean, I've been pretty much busy, with work and some other stuff. But I haven't been able to watch a full Rockets game probably since the Hornets game. So that's around 3 games, 3 to 2 games. I barely even watched the Hornets game too because I was busy. But yeah, I haven't been catching up with the Rockets as of late, but I have been looking at the scores and highlights and just basically going into just looking at the stats overall from each game, and we are playing very well. I will say that we are playing well. The one thing that really is holding us back is defense. I mean, the defense on the Houston Rockets right now is pretty lackluster. Christian Wood isn't really known to be a defensive center. If we're looking at the other guys on the roster, Jalen Green, KPJ, they're not known to be exceptional defenders, but definitely aren't the worst. If we're looking at the other guys, Şengün isn't known to be a bad defender, but also isn't known to be a great one. Same thing with KJ Martin, David Nawabo. We got all these guys, and I mean, Jashan Tate's probably our best defender playing today, and he's 6'4", playing an undersized position at the power forward. So today we're gonna be talking about some of the players on the Rockets because they've been, some people have been playing pretty well. David Nawabo, Jashan Tate, Alperen Şengün, who deserve some, recognition for their play. So what's up? I'm JDC. If you like the video, drop a like down below and press the sub button. I'd appreciate it. We're trying to get to 5K by the end of the year. Well, by the end of next year. So, first of all, Happy New Year, guys. We are in 2022, January 1st, 2022. So, feels unreal. Hopefully we can hit 5K. That's a pretty bold goal by the end of the year, but I'm a bold person, like to take bold risks, and hopefully we can reach 5K. So getting into video, there's some guys I want to talk about on this roster, starting off with Josh Christopher, who's actually been giving us some pretty solid minutes. And overall, in his last 10 games, he's been averaging 10 points per game, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, zero point 0.1 blocks, basically a steal a game on 46 from the field and 27 from 3. So efficiency-wise, isn't quite there yet. But his stats are, they're proving to be some rotational piece stats. I mean, in just 25 minutes, he's averaging that. So Christopher definitely is an underrated piece on our roster right now, 6'3", 215 pounds. He's doing it all, and over the season, he's actually averaging 6 points per game, 2 rebounds, 2 assists on 47% from the field and 37 from 3. So nothing too bad right there, but also nothing too exceptional. He is giving us some good minutes for a rotational piece, and I thought at the beginning of the season he would be playing in the G League. That definitely isn't the case now with how he's playing, and he's definitely looking like one of the better rookies out of the class right now. I mean, obviously not topping people like Cade, Jalen, Scotty Barnes, Evan Mobley, but he isn't doing that bad either. So Christopher definitely deserves some more recognition. Usman Garuba, I think he could get there soon. He's not getting enough minutes, and he hasn't broken out yet, but I think he has the potential to have a great defensive game overall, and maybe he could have a double-double one day. So hopefully Garuba can get some more minutes. Armani also has been giving us some great minutes off the bench too, or starting. In the last 10 games, averaging 8 points per game, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. Efficiency is not there at all, 32 from the field and 29 from 3. So hopefully Armani can really fix that efficiency. But overall, he's been playing okay. I'm not going to lie. Has been playing pretty decent, with Augustine and Garrison Matthews out. So he is getting some more run. But hopefully he can, get that efficiency up. Eric Gordon also been playing pretty well to build up that trade value, averaging 15 points per game. Also averaging 2 rebounds and 4 assists, So in the last 10 games, actually, he's been averaging 15 points, 5 assists, 1 rebound on 55 from the field and 48 from 3, which is actually very impressive for someone who's supposed to be a rotational player, a role player at best. And he's been playing out of his mind this season. Honestly, I'm very surprised with what he's doing with the Houston Rockets. I mean, I think his trade value is probably the highest it's ever been, and we could look to trade him pretty soon for some assets that could really help this team in the future. So Eric Gordon, probably our most tradable asset. Him and Christian Wood I see as our most tradable assets, but also Jashan Tate, who we probably wouldn't trade with how he's playing, but we'll get into him next. Right now, Jashan Tate, he's been playing pretty well. He was out for a few games because of health and the safety, but he's been playing great overall. I mean, last game against the Miami Heat, 22 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks. Great overall game, 60 from the field and 68 from 3. great stats overall from Jashan Tate, and he's actually improved his 3-point percentage all the way from 19% to 32% right now. And over the season, he's averaging 13 points per game, 6 rebounds, 3 assists on 50 from the field and 32 from 3. Pretty surprising to see that Jashan Tate extended his 3-point percentage to 32%. I mean, he was a 19% 3-point shooter at the start of the season, and he didn't look too well from the 3, but now he's taken the 3-pointer with a ton of confidence, and he's also got that defensive potential that we all know that he could play. I mean, he's probably our best defender right now. He's been playing out of his mind this season, and it's really great to see. I mean, Jashan Tate, definitely one of the more underrated rookies last season, and a lot of people didn't know his name, but now I think he's starting to put the league on notice, doing his thing defensively and offensively, and it's pretty great to see. And honestly, there's no one I really want to talk about. I mean, David Nawabo, he could also be a good tradable asset in the future. He's been playing pretty well in the last 10 games. 8 points per game, 6 rebounds, 1 assist on 52 from the field and 42% from 3. Over the season, 5 points per game, 4 rebounds and 0.7 assists on 47 from the field and 22 from 3. He's getting a lot more run with, KJ Martin being in health and safety protocol before, but he is now back. And Nawabo, he's been, balling. I mean, off the bench, he's been averaging, I don't know. I mean, off the bench, in terms of minutes, he hasn't been producing in terms of, minutes, because he hasn't been getting a ton of minutes in, the last few games. But with KJ Martin, when he was out, David Nawabo, he absolutely fit into that, role that we needed him to be. Especially with that game, we had Garrison Matthews, Jashan Tate, and KJ Martin out. And when he started that game, I think he had 10 rebounds or something like that. It was great to see overall. David Nawabo, definitely an underrated player on the Houston Rockets. But finally, Alperen Sengun is the guy I want to talk about the most. I think he's probably our most underrated player on our roster right now. He's doing a lot of things that the whole league they're just straight overlooking what he's doing right now. He is out today against the Nuggets. We played the Nuggets today. What time? We play them at 6 o'clock my time, so in about an hour from now, an hour and 32 minutes. But Sengun, he's been playing out of his mind this season. In the last 10 games, 9 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists on 49% from the field, and 18% from 3, which isn't all that great, but he isn't known to shoot the 3-pointer. So hopefully he can get that 3-pointer up. But over the season, he's actually averaging 9 points per game, 5 rebounds, 3 assists on 50 from the field, and 31 from 3. So I think Sengun definitely is an underrated piece to our roster. Has that pass accuracy, has that court vision on the floor, and he could honestly be our future starting center if we really wanted him to be. Not right now, though, with a lot of fouls, a lot of turnovers. Definitely has some stuff to fix, but overall, he's been playing, way better than what Daniel Theis would be doing right now. So hopefully Sengun can get some more run. Hopefully he can at least break the 20-minute barrier each night, because he is averaging 18 minutes per game, which isn't that much. But hopefully, if he gets 20 to 25 minutes, I can see him doing some pretty big things. But, he has to stay out of foul trouble. Hopefully he can, because I think, I don't know, if we keep him in for at least 25 minutes, I think he can get some pretty hefty fouls. Over the season, he actually is averaging 3 fouls per game. So hopefully he doesn't, he's not playing today, but hopefully he doesn't, over foul. If we're looking at the last few games, against Miami, he only had 2 fouls. Against the Lakers, 4 fouls. Against the Charlotte Hornets, 5 fouls. So a big trend right there, always having, 3 or more fouls in each game. So hopefully he can fix that. I know John Lucas and Steven Salas, they're teaching him well. So hopefully they can, lower those fouls. Hopefully we can grab a win today too, because the Nuggets, without Jamal Murray, without MPJ, they do got Nikola Jokic. So hopefully Christian Wood can contain him. We are on a, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're on a 6-game losing streak. Nothing to be proud of, but if we do win against the Nuggets, it's going to be a great game overall. So hopefully we can win against the Nuggets. Hopefully we can bring in our 11th win of the season. So that's the video. I'm JDC, and I'm out. Peace.